Well, there we go then. Norwich City have won their first championship game of the season. At the fourth time of asking, we've beaten Huddersfield Town 2-1 at Carrow Road on a mild Tuesday summer evening. It was glorious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And you can probably hear by my voice, it sounds rather croaky. It is croaky. I was shouting lots tonight. The atmosphere was really good, actually. I was really impressed with the Barclay in particular in the Snake Pit. There was an air of positivity actually around Carrow Road. I think it was really important. We scored 2 early goals. The first goal, of course, important. The second goal calmed the nerves somewhat. Really good stuff. A big thanks to OneFootball who are sponsoring all of the review content this season. A fantastic app. You can download it using the link in the description. I've spoken about it loads. It's the go-to app for football fans. It tells you everything you need to know. Just looking on there at our stats this evening, once again, incredibly convincing. Close to 70% of the possession, 22 shots on goal. I think, off the top of my head, that's now 20 plus shots in our last 3 league fixtures, which is some going. And just all round, just dominated the stats that you want to be dominating. I know and I sympathise with those that don't particularly like XG as a metric. I think if you follow it and you follow it for long enough, usually it's pretty spot on. And we were trending in the right direction. And you felt as if Norwich, if they would have performed tonight like they did against Wigan and Hull, we would have won, and we did that. It was far from perfect. The second half was far nervier than it should have been. We should have really kicked on and scored a third and a fourth, and we had chances to do so. It didn't happen. Huddersfield nick one back, and suddenly you've got a nervy final 10 minutes, and it was. But we won, and that's the most important thing. The team news was intriguing, as it always is at the moment. Teemu Pukki was out through injury. He should be back for Friday. It was a kind of a precautionary measure. Dean Smith said that his foot was swollen from a shot that he took on Saturday, just gone. So Josh Sargent started. It was a big opportunity for him. Got the nod ahead of Jordan Hugill, and I must say he was absolutely fantastic. It was probably his best Norwich City performance, barring Watford in the Premier League last season. So really pleased for Josh Sargent. It was a fantastic header. Probably could have scored a second. In the end, it was a red card for the Huddersfield defender. So he can be really impressed and proud of his performance this evening. And Dean Smith now has a really big decision to make on Friday against Millwall, because Pukki will probably be back. Does he go for Sargent after scoring, or does he go for Pukki, who hasn't scored this season and probably doesn't fit the system as well as Sargent? So it'll be really interesting to see what happens there. Danel Sinani also got the start, as we predicted in the preview, and was really impressive again. It's another goal for him. He scored last Tuesday against Birmingham in the Cup at Carrow Road under the lights. He obviously likes it. Hopefully he can add another one on Friday. Probably looked our most creative outlet this evening, and I've been really impressed with Danel actually, and it shows that productive loan deals do work. He impressed at Huddersfield last season. He's come back here and he's doing well again. Marcelino Nunez is a real joy to watch. I think he looks the star signing of the summer, probably ahead of Gabriel Sara from what we've seen so far. There's a cockiness, there's an aura about him that I really like. Probably his most measured performance so far in a Norwich City shirt. Didn't give the ball away too much, carved out some nice opportunities and just orchestrated the midfield really nicely. The midfield still concerns me slightly. I'm really kind of wishing the time away now for when Isaac Hayden is in the mix, and then we've got that option. It was better tonight, still not perfect, still not overly convinced from Kieran Dowd. I think there's more to come from him at this level. We've seen it from him before, and I'd like to see that. I thought Liam Gibbs was solid on his, I think, league debut at home. Clearly knackered by the end, but put in a really measured performance, and that's a nice option to have. Defensively, again, relatively sound. Probably gave up the most shots we have for a while, but most of them were from distance. Max Aarons is just a phenomenally consistent performer at this level. Really impressed with him. Need to watch the Huddersfield goal back. It seemed really sloppy considering they were down to 10 men. The fact that they got a shot away wasn't great. And I'm sure Dean Smith will be really angry that was the case in the end. But on the whole, a promising win, and we needed that. Norwich City fans needed that. This week felt big. We said it on Monday, didn't we? You win both games, you take 6 points, and suddenly the whole league looks different. You've got 7 points on the board. It's still not a great start, but it's certainly better from where we were. 2 decent performances at home, you can really start to kick on then. On the flip side, if we would have lost or drawn tonight and then lost or drew on Friday, and of course we've still got that to come, and I think that will be a tougher challenge than what we have tonight, then things start to get toxic. There will still be question marks over Dean Smith. This doesn't really change anything long term. I'm still very much willing to give Dean Smith time. I'm seeing promising and positive trends. I think the performance levels, barring the opener against Cardiff, have actually been quite good and relatively consistent. The only thing we need now is a left back, because Kenny McLean, on the whole, did okay. There wasn't too many scares. It did feel on a few occasions that he'd forgotten that he was playing left back and was really venturing into the middle of the pitch, which left us exposed on a couple of times. But we desperately need a left back. It's not sustainable to be playing Kenny McLean at left back. And I think that the 4 at the back is probably our best way of doing things. I'd be nervy if we start to go with 5 at the back, with 3 centre backs and kind of wing backs. We need a left back. So if Stuart Webber, you're watching, let's get that done. But there we go. We won. Happy days. It's nice to win. Let's just take a game at a time at the moment. I had a lovely time at Carrow Road. I saw my friends. We won a football match. It was mild. It didn't rain. What more can a man want? Not much. Thanks very much for watching. And I will see... There's so much content at the moment. There's so much content. There's so much football. So subscribe to TNC. You won't regret it. And a big thanks to OneFootball for sponsoring all of the review content. You can download the app in the description below. It's free. Anything in life isn't free. In life that's free is good. I've messed that up. But don't worry. I'm going to bed. Thanks very much for watching. See you all very soon. Bye-bye.